It is Monday evening. It's just gone 5:20. It's been a really good day, like a really good day. I'm on a bit of a high. One of my clients competed yesterday. We've only been working together for 9 weeks. She has competed before we worked together, but this was her first meet working with me. And she had such a good day, and it was just so good to see. Like, I wasn't even there in person, but obviously I watched the stream, and I've spoken to her since and stuff. And like, I've been on such a high since watching her lift that my mood today has just been like unbreakable. The only thing I will complain about is that I have had a headache again today. Like, I've literally been having daily headaches. I do think it's probably from looking at my screen, especially now it's been a bit sunnier, because I don't have any blinds in my office. They actually broke. The ones that were here when we moved in, I just kept up. They actually broke not long after. Well, they were broken when we moved in, but they fully broke and fell off like a few months after we moved in. And because it was winter, I didn't really notice it or care. But I think the sunlight shining in, kind of glaring on the screen, and obviously just staring at the screen for hours on end every day, it's not doing my eyes/head a lot of favours. I'm thinking that's probably why I've had so many headaches lately. So that's not good. Just going to make an effort to not spend quite as much time at the screen, obviously outside of work time. But other than that, everything is all good. I've actually had a really productive day. So work as normal. A few programs I had to do this afternoon, but most of them actually now I do on a Sunday. Like, everyone's weeks arranged really well now, so that pretty much everyone I can program for on a Sunday, apart from like 1 or 2 people. So got my programs done as well. Done a food shop already, and I think I finished work by like 3 o'clock, which was really nice. But yeah, done a food shop straight after. Also popped pets at home to get a Kong for Zuko, because he's just disappeared one day and none of us, like, literally we have no idea where it is. And I've deep cleaned the house multiple times since it vanished. So got him a new one of those today. And I got him a couple of other things as well. And then went to Tesco's, did a food shop, and came home, and I have prepped quite a lot of stuff already. So I've already made up some banana bread today to get me through the week. And that's literally been my favourite thing. Like, I have it every single day. It's so good. The recipe is on #Hungry's Instagram. Please, if you like that sort of thing, go and support and make it. Like, it's so nice. Got some chicken thighs marinating downstairs. I'm gonna make them, like, just cook them up in bulk, just to have in flatbreads and stuff, so they're already cooked, ready to go for the next few days. Also started making a chili. I've cut up all the fresh ingredients. They are currently sat in the pan. I'm now gonna go and make that while the chicken thighs cook in the oven. And that gets me pretty ahead for the week. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna make an effort to do as much meal prep as possible first half of the week to get me settled so that I have better habits. With my cut, so I'm absolutely not admitting defeat here, like, I'm not. And I have got some kind of news relating to the cut coming out soon that I kind of briefly mentioned in the last video. And I will be able to tell you guys about it in either the end of this video or the start of the next one. But with my cut, I am definitely in need of focusing on habits before I worry about the deficit so much. So I'm still tracking, and I'm still aiming for the same macros that I was in, like, the lowest point of my cut so far, that got me down to low 86s. My body weight, I think, is still sitting around 87-ish. I haven't actually weighed myself since Saturday morning when I was 87.1. But Saturday I had the 5 guys for my friend's birthday that I mentioned in the last video. Didn't weigh myself Sunday because I was up drinking all night because of how salty it all was. And I just felt a bit rough on Sunday. And then this morning I just was in a rush to get Zuko out, so I literally just got up, got dressed and left. So didn't really have time to weigh myself, / didn't make time to weigh myself, I think is the honest answer. But my thing at the moment is I'm very much just basically if it fits your macros, but not from the smartest choices. Like, I'm not eating as an athlete, I'm just eating for the sake of hitting my macros, and I need to get out of that immediately and get back into good habits. So focusing really on just creating better habits, meal timings around workouts being a lot more important. Like, I was speaking to someone earlier about my nutrition and my training and stuff, and like the first 2 training blocks this year were phenomenal, like actually phenomenal. Like, I'm 3 training blocks into the year, this is the 4th one, and the first 2 were phenomenal. But I think that's because, well, I know that that's because my diet was so much better. Like, bearing in mind, Zuko was still young at that point, so my sleep and stuff wasn't as good as it is now. Like, my sleep now is the best it's been. But like, my first 2 training blocks, I was just eating as an athlete rather than kind of just hitting my macros and chasing a lower number on the scales. And don't get me wrong, I've obviously not been that strict. And like last month I had takeaways a lot more than I normally would. Like, I had one most weeks, which is just so out of character for me. Also, I don't like spending money on that sort of thing. So basically, I am not pressing pause on the cut because I'm still aiming for the macros, but I am basically prioritizing nutrition around workouts above hitting my macros. Like if I'm out of carbs for the day but I haven't saved carbs for my pre-workout meal, which is something that I've got into a really bad habit of, then I'm going to make sure I still have carbs for my pre-workout meal, because my performance in that workout is more important than me hitting my carb goal for that day. At least at this point in time, right? So I'm basically just trying to get into much better habits. And to be honest, the key to me getting into better habits is just meal prepping and having more food readily cooked in the fridge, because I know any of the meals that I make are going to be reasonably low calorie, decent macros, like they're going to fit into my food pretty well. And then all I have to do, like I don't really get cravings and stuff that often. And if I have food cooked, I don't really let myself get hungry, because if I'm like, oh, I'm a bit peckish, I'll just go down and heat something up. So basically just trying to get better habits in place, and I'm going to go through it from there. That is kind of the plan. That is the goal. Still want my weight to come down. The goal is 100% still to cut to hopefully just below 84 at least. Maybe not in time for my comp in May, but if I have to do a bit of an acute cut, that's not a big deal. But obviously training is always the priority. Like my performance as an athlete is the priority, but I definitely do, and I stand by this, have the body fat to cut down comfortably below 84. So that's kind of where I'm at. I just want to say, like, there probably isn't going to be many new low weigh-ins for a bit, or like at least not in this video or the next, but that's fine. I'm also out for dinner Wednesday evening for my boyfriend's mum's birthday. This is the thing as well that's quite hard, like with, like, obviously you shouldn't be missing out on social events and things like that, or like birthdays, family events, because you're on a diet, like you're tracking your food. But when I'm like really locked in, I do tend to skip a lot of those things. Not always, like don't get me wrong, like if it is a birthday or something, I will probably go, unless I'm literally like a week out from comp or I have to train. Like the only time I'll skip these things really is for training, or if I've got a comp like around the corner that I need to stay locked in for. But like right now, I'm 10 weeks out. I'm at a point where I could cut from 87 to get to 84 if I had to. And I've got plenty of time to keep reducing my weight and stuff into comp. So there's no reason for me to skip this meal on Wednesday. Like I've got time to train beforehand, all like that sort of thing will be fine. So yeah, got a meal out planned then. I don't know what we're gonna, it's like a pub, but it's like a really nice food. Don't really know what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna plan ahead of time what I'm gonna have though. And again, it's just, this is one of those habits I need to break, of just eating until I'm comfortable. Not feeling like I have to finish my meal. Eat till I'm comfortable, don't overeat. If you leave food, so what? Like, to be fair, I'm a lot better with that when I go out. It's just when I eat at home that I'm not so good at it. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan. That's how things are. That's a bit of an update. Macros are still 200 carbs, 170 protein, 75 fat on training days, and then rest days, 150 carbs, 170 protein, and then 95 fat, I believe, on rest days. But like I say, I'm going to be as strict with those as I can, but I'm also going to allow myself a little bit of flexibility if it means adjusting things around my workout. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Like I say, I'm still very much doing this cut, but to be honest, this cutting series, I might just rename at this point, because the next, this is week 3 of the block. Sorry, I'm really not getting my words out. This is week 3 of the block. So week 4 of the block starts next week. And then I'm 2 blocked out from comp. Like that is prep series. Like that is going to be my prep into comp series, which technically normally this block would have been as well. So yeah, anyway, that's irrelevant ramble. I'm going to stop talking and go make this food up, because I want to get ahead of the week and have productive habits. Also, I was really impressed last week. My average steps for the week ended up being 9,000 and something, which I literally didn't try to get steps in last week. I just walked Zuko and walked to the office and back a couple of times. So yeah, all is good. All is good. Gonna stop talking. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I train, most likely.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, 'cause I know we won't make it out. I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out. We've heard it all before. It's alright. It's alright. so let's move on. It's alright, 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 so let's move on.
Okay, so it is Tuesday, kind of evening. It's 20 to 5, well, just before 20 to 5. So I had calls today at 3, which finished about 3:30, and I have another one booked at 5, and then I've got to do my upper accessories today as well because we're out for dinner tomorrow, so we won't get time. So I was like, right, do I just wait until the second call is done, do squats and bench and then go to the gym, or do I come in, get squats and bench done in good time, or at least get squats done if they take a while, bench after, whatever I need to do basically, and start training before this call at 5? Guys, it took me 45 minutes to get through everything. Now, I was expecting it to take maybe just over an hour if I cracked on, but obviously I rushed and I was like stressing over time. So I literally took 45 minutes to do, like literally set up the gym, start squatting and set up the bench and everything. Obviously get bench done. I've literally just finished. Very proud of that timekeeping, considering it's week 3 and it's pretty heavy as well. So normally on this week, like it's getting heavy, like 170 for 5 is heavy. And I was nervous going in. I knew I had it, but obviously it's not supposed to be max effort this week. But considering I like rushed through warm-ups and everything, and like I felt quite rushed into the session, I'm very happy with how it moved actually. Like next week, being week 4, I will obviously prioritize nutrition going in, recovery better, everything. And I'll probably approach it with a lot more intent. Well, no, I definitely will approach it with more intent. So I'm quite confident that obviously I'll be able to go up next week. So yeah, pretty happy how squats moved. High bar felt difficult, but high bar felt difficult last week as well. So 140 for 5s for 3 sets. I think I did it for 2 sets of 6 last block, and that was a big PB. So 3 sets of 5 was a PB. I think I should have taken a longer rest, obviously. So I'm also really out, I've literally just finished. But yeah, so I should have taken a longer rest because that definitely made it feel harder than it should have. But actually it all felt fine. I couldn't quite get my bracing right, but I think that was also partly because I was rushing. But I'm really impressed how fast I got this session done. Like weeks 1 and 2, I can get this session done in less than an hour comfortably, but for week 3 to get done in 45 minutes, it's pretty cool. So yeah, and then bench felt miles better than last week. So I was potentially going to retake last week's weight for these tempo triples at 92.5. But I was like, I'll do the first set with 95 and just see how it feels. And it actually felt really good. I think the tempo, although probably still a little bit rushed, and I actually think on the set I filmed, you can literally see me counting as the bar comes down because it's like 1 slight freeze, 2 slight freeze, 3 slight freeze, 4 slight freeze. Like it's a little bit jolting on the way down where I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4 because I was so adamant I wanted it to be more strict than the last couple of weeks. And it was definitely still slightly faster than an actual 4 count and 2 count pause, but it was much more consistent than previous weeks, and every set felt a lot more consistent as well. Because typically with tempo, as the sets go on, you obviously get more fatigued, your legs burn more, and you just rush it, and it gets faster and faster each rep and each set. So I'm pretty happy with the consistency across the board there as well. But yeah, so plan for tonight. Oh, I weighed myself this morning, so I was 87.3, which I feel very watery and retaining at the moment. I also haven't been to the toilet in a couple of days. So TMI, but it's important in terms of body weight. So I think we're still looking low 87s, high 86s, probably within like a good few days back tracking and everything. Tomorrow's meal I've kind of planned I'm gonna have like a noodle dish because then I won't have any condiments and stuff with it, providing it's on the menu because it's somewhere that has like a generic like example menu online, but it's not necessarily the menu they're gonna have while you're there. So if this thing is still on the menu, I'll probably have that tomorrow because I know that I won't overeat as much. And it's got more micronutrients and stuff in, which is always good. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Okay, so my tripod is very high, so I'm just gonna lower that. It is Tuesday afternoon, it's 20 past 3. I think Zuko might be about to climb on me, but we'll deal with that. It's 20 past 3, I've got a client call in 10 minutes just to go over comp plan for the weekend. I've literally just finished my replies for the day, and then I need to very quickly do my Larsen press and deadlifts, and then I've got a little bit of leg accessories to do after. Because we're out for a meal tonight, we need to leave here about 6, so it's not going to give me tons of time, but it'll be fine. I don't take long to get ready. I'll literally just have a really quick shower and then get changed, but I do need to walk Zuko at some point too, unless my boyfriend gets home early enough to do it. So yeah, and it's going to be a little bit of a rush, but all is good. Work-wise though, things are good. In a bit of an overwhelmed state today, and I don't really want to go into it in too much detail, but I'm just feeling like a little bit easily overwhelmed today, and I'm not really too sure why. Well, there are certain things that will obviously have an impact on it, but yeah, so been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but nothing bad's going on. It's just how I've been feeling today. I know I've got a list of things in my head that I've been wanting to get done for a while, but I've been trying to not like take on too much too fast. So I've just actually, I'm now going to work through a bit of that while I wait for my lifter to jump on the call, and just make notes and like to-do lists, because to-do lists are my best friend. But all is good though, like generally all is really good. I keep teasing this news, which I will be able to share very, very soon. It'll probably be in this video. I'm literally just waiting to hear back from someone. But it's not that exciting either. I feel like I'm going to say and people are going to be like, well, that was just shit. Like, none of us need to know that. But yeah, anyway, nothing to really say. It's been a good day. I was 86.9 this morning, so my body weight is back in the 86s. And to be honest, I do think literally if I do a week solid of tracking my macros as they are, I'll be back in the low 86s. It's just because I've had social things and like, we know I've not been strict with my diet. But the last few days I've obviously been tracking like normal, since my friend's birthday Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, tracking as normal. It is now Wednesday, back in the 86s. And then I am out for dinner tonight, so I'll probably go over my food tonight. Zuko's about to walk through the tripod, so he's probably going to knock it. There we go. But that's not an issue. Like, my weight will be back down again probably by the weekend if I do go over. Like, I'm literally gonna have a noodle dish for dinner, I think, providing it's still on the menu. So yeah, anyway, gonna stop talking and get ready for this call. Very excited for my lifters to compete. I've got a lot of lifters competing over the next few months. So that's very exciting. So yeah, not gonna talk more. When I get in the gym, it literally is just gonna be crack on and get it done as quickly as possible. So I probably won't be filming a lot unless I manage to get it done really quickly. But we'll see.
Alright, so let's move on. We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart. Cause I know we won't make it out, I've heard it all before. Yeah, tell me what you want, let me hear that I'm the only one. You know that we won't make it out, we've heard it all before. It's alright. Hey, it's alright. Hey, it's alright. It's alright.
Okay, very quick recap. Session done, took just under an hour. Happy with that, very out of breath, literally just finished. To be honest, I didn't want to speak it into existence before I started my session, but my body has been, like, it feels beaten up today. Like, I've got leg DOMs from squats and everything yesterday. My upper body feels sore from accessories last night and obviously bench. Like, I can really feel it today, which is quite unusual for me. But yeah, so fatigue is quite high. Very out of breath. But yeah, like, even my mid back, because some of my reps at 140 on high bar yesterday, like, I didn't quite brace right, and like my back and everything felt quite tired from it. And I knew that was probably going to carry over into today, and definitely did. But everything still moved really easily. Very out of breath. Yeah, I can't ask for more deadlifts. Don't feel like I stayed on my legs quite as much as I have done on the lighter weeks, but obviously it gets heavier, so you kind of default back to old habits a little bit, but I still definitely did more than I usually do, or like I used to, so happy with that. I'm not really making much sense. I'm going to stop talking and just go in, have a really quick shower. I think my boyfriend's actually now walking Zuko, so it saves me a little bit of time. And yeah, get ready to go. So I'll catch up with you guys in a couple of days probably. Okay, I'm just gonna let my dog in because he's been very naughty while I've been trying to concentrate. So it is Friday afternoon. I've not got tons of updates. I've not picked up my camera since training on Wednesday, shock. Yeah, it's Friday afternoon, 3:15. I mostly just sat at my desk. Zuko is sat beside me on his chair now. Updates, not many. I haven't weighed myself since Wednesday morning, just because we went out for dinner Wednesday night, and well, the last 2 days I've been up earlier anyway, so I just haven't even thought to weigh myself. I've literally just got up, got ready, left. But I'm feeling all right. I still can't tell you guys my news, so that will not probably be in this video now, but it will definitely be in one of next week's videos. I'm currently being eaten by my dog. But no, things are good. I'm feeling good. I feel like I've made a lot more effort the last couple of days to spend at least an hour before bed really chilling out. My sleep's kind of not been the best this past week, and I think it's just because I've got a lot of ideas and things going around in my head that I haven't really had the time to kind of sort out yet. So obviously, naturally, I've been waking up in the night and thinking about them all the time. But no, overall, I'm feeling really good. I am a little bit nervous about this weekend's training, only because I know I'm going to have to squat here tomorrow and it's going to be heavy and I'm not going to have a spot. I mean, my boyfriend might be about to spot me, to be fair. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be fine. All is good. Really not got any interesting updates though, so I'm not going to just jabber on. I thought there was something I was going to talk about, but I can't remember what it was, which is pretty standard for me. But I've got a lot of work to do now because my mum and my sister are coming around in about an hour and 15-ish. And we're going to go see Bridget Jones. So that's going to be fun, the three of us. But I think they're getting here a little bit early so they can see Zuko, basically. And then we're going to go to the cinema. We should be back in good time though. So I'm probably, to be honest, I shouldn't do this. And I tell myself off for doing this. I'm probably, when I get back, going to come straight back to my desk and just get some more work done. Because I've got so many things I want to get through and sorted. And because I'm not here this weekend as well. Well, I'm here tomorrow morning and I'll be back Sunday evening. But I'll probably be really tired by Sunday evening because of all the driving and stuff, going to my client's comp at the weekend. So I am probably just going to get as much work done as I can tonight and tomorrow, or tomorrow morning before I then train and then go. So that hopefully Sunday when I get home I don't actually have to do any work and I can just chill out, basically. Focus on just training and whatever, because I've got to train when I get back on Sunday as well.
It's alright, so let's move on. It's alright, so let's move on. It's alright, so let's move on.